Chief, this is you. Let me zoom in so you can see your face. There you go. What do you think?
Work is where we spend a third of our lives. So of course it's important to be happy where you work. I never thought too much about work or company culture because, to be honest, in medicine, I was too busy to even think about this. I started thinking about work culture a lot more when I got a taste of what my friends were experiencing at tech companies in the Silicon Valley, San Francisco Bay Area. In this video, I'm going to share how I was first inspired to find a career in tech and compare what the work culture is like in tech and startup companies compared to medicine. I remember my friends who were working in tech telling me about their experiences working at LinkedIn, Facebook, Netflix, and other startups I had not heard of. Working for these companies sounded amazing. They had amazing benefits and everything I imagined it to be from what my friends told me. It was even better when I saw it for myself in person. I first visited one of my friend's offices in San Francisco, and she worked at a startup, and it wasn't even one of the big major tech companies, but it had a game room with ping pong tables and pool tables. It had kitchens with snacks, food, and beverages all at your fingertips. And it had this bright open workspace filled with people who looked like they were fresh out of college. And she was really close with her colleagues. They would go out for dinner and drinks after work. It seemed a lot to me like the college experience all over again. My first thought was, wow, people work at companies like this? Companies take care of their employees like this? What a great work culture. Then my experience with these tech companies got leveled up when I visited my friend's office at LinkedIn in San Francisco. LinkedIn's office is unbelievable. The view from their office of the city is absolutely stunning. When you first walk into the office on the first floor, it's very welcoming. You check in, it's gorgeous, very beautifully decorated, very modern. And then I went up the elevator to my friend's floor, and the offices were very clean and modern as well. They had buffet-style lunch service. They had cafes in these different corners where you could order coffee, matcha, and any drink of your choice. They had little kitchenettes with snacks, beverages, and they had meeting spaces and an outdoor patio where you could hang out and meet with your colleagues. And they even had access to a gym on site. That really sold me. If there is a gym on site, I would definitely be able to work longer and stay longer at the office. It really felt like a utopia. And again, I was like, people work like this? I felt like a kid at a candy store. I wanted to get everything from the menu. As I was sitting there with my lunch, I was observing everyone around me. People were in jeans and t-shirts. It felt like a club that I wanted to be a part of. And that day, my friend had invited me to the LinkedIn office. He wanted to introduce me to a LinkedIn executive who had made a lateral career transition. I spoke with her over lunch and she was so lovely. She had a very inspiring story and she shared a lot of great advice with me. This was where the idea of creating a career in tech was planted. I never questioned the culture in my current job as a doctor. In any career, there are people you will get along with and there are people you won't get along with. That's normal. What I realized was not normal is unfair work hours, no control over your schedule, an unhealthy work environment, no flexibility, bullying. These are things that we need to address in the workplace culture. A negative, toxic workplace culture has a huge negative impact on the employees and the organization. We need to address this to figure out ways to make it better. This thinking all started when I first started learning about my friends' work experiences at these tech companies. You can call it FOMO, fear of missing out, that motivated me to have this experience for myself. I wanted to work in a happy place like this. I wanted to live in the utopia. I feel like I manifested this. I went to those offices and imagined myself working at those companies. And within a year or two, I was working at one of those companies that provided all those benefits. Work culture affects how people work together on a team. Unfortunately, medicine does not prioritize work culture as they do in other industries, and this is the major reason for physician burnout. There is this culture of long overtime shifts that demanded doctors be superhuman. not needing sleep or rest, and working 24/7, being on call. When I first started working for a tech startup, it was small, about 30 to 40 people. Even though the office was small, it had a lot of the same perks that the other tech companies were offering. Our kitchen was always stocked with snacks, beverages, coffee to sustain us. We had weekly catered lunches, and most importantly, the leadership team and team members were aligned on the mission and values of the company. We were all in it together to build the same dream. I did feel this way in medicine with most of my team members and mentors, but bullying and discrimination still exists in medicine, even more so than other industries. I do think I got very lucky with this opportunity at my tech startup because the people I work with are truly amazing, very smart, very skilled in their area, and I feel inspired by what they do. And I remember telling HR this, that I believe that they chose very well in terms of the team members of our company. What exactly is work culture? Work culture is this intangible ecosystem that makes some places great places to work and some toxic. Workplace culture is the company's or organization's values, traditions, interactions, behaviors, and attitudes. Workplace culture is not only important in ensuring an employee's success, but also the employer's and organization's success. A positive workplace culture creates a win-win for everyone involved. So I did a bit of research, and we have all heard it. There's been this great resignation. And what I've learned about this is that companies with a reputation for a healthy culture experienced a lower than average turnover during the first 6 months of the Great Resignation. A toxic work culture is 10.4 times more powerful than compensation or salary in predicting turnover. And interestingly enough, lateral career opportunities are 12 times more predictive than compensation or salary in retaining employees. What this tells us is that a lot of employees want a change of pace or the opportunity to try something new. What a lot of organizations and companies seem to get wrong is that when you create a healthy and happy workplace environment, employees feel valued and supported. Positive work culture fosters a sense of pride and ownership among employees. When people feel happy to work for their employer or organization, they work hard to create opportunities that the organization can benefit from. Your environment plays a big role in your health, happiness, and success. This is why I never understood teachers or doctors who belittled or bullied their students or juniors. It's an old school way of thinking that is not effective or productive. Work culture is so important in bringing out the best in people and the employees of the organization. Negativity and toxicity in the workplace kills any creativity, innovation, or progress. The benefits of a positive work culture are numerous. It attracts and retains talent. It promotes higher degree of employee engagement and loyalty so that companies have a higher rate of retention. It's a simple idea. The happier and more satisfied employees are, the more likely they are to stay. And a positive work culture promotes better performance. Let's face it, no one who is depressed and unhappy can do anything well. I'm committed to creating a healthy culture and environment in both our personal and professional lives. And so this is something I've thought deeply about and wanted to share my experience with you all. If you found this content valuable and if you're looking for more content like this, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Please take care. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye!